Grand evening. This is Toya, blue, the blue lighthouse mantle. What's up today? It was just a day today. I was up earlier just thinking, paying attention to whatever was coming to my head. Didn't do a lot. Didn't happen to turn the TV on all day. I did listen to some music. I'm kind of late. I was listening to Leon Thomas, and I like his music. I'm a music first person. Music person first. And then I pay attention to the lyrics if I really like the music. Yeah. If you listen to his music, you know yeah. Nice. Especially if you're in a relationship or what have you. Yeah. What else I do? Donned some socks. Sewed up some things that need a little patching up. Talked to my youngest daughter. Saw my grandbabies. Of course, talked to my grandpup, who always give me that side eye. Um, Not much is going on today. What I would say though is when your spiritual team gets you to the point where you're not really into TV and movies and all that kind of stuff anymore, and you just sitting alone, just listening to you. Very interesting. I can see why people don't want to heal. I think I said that before regarding something else. But regarding this, sitting alone and listening to the things that come to you when it's just you, yeah, very interesting. Not even just the things that come to you about you, the things that come to you about family, the people you're around. I can also understand why people who are considered as star seeds or whatnot don't want to be here. Not to say you want to kill yourself or anything like that. It's not like that. But the mask that people wear, some people think because they're not saying certain things, that it's not a lie, or I don't know. It's just, that's why I say I understand why people want to go home. I want to go home. I do. I do. I want to be around those who know me, truly know me, not going on, well, you used to be this way, or you used to do this, or you used to do all of that, and you don't do none of that no more. And I'm pretty sure that there's people in this 3D who know me, or know me more than others. I just haven't met them yet. People who understand who I truly am. Who love me the way I am right now. If I'm working at a job, or if I'm sleeping on the couch. Also hearing that I have to be the person that I want other people to be. If I'm explaining that right. You know how they say, be what you want to see? I have to be that. So, if I want people to be honest with me, if I want people to take their masks off with me, if I want people to whatever, I have to be that first. And it's so scary because I did the other day. I told someone my dream that it didn't scare me, but it made me think about some things. Things that I already knew, but it made me look at it in a different way. And I opened up and I started crying. And I do that a lot when I'm alone, but I don't do that a lot around other people. Trust me, I cry all day, every day. I do. And not because I'm sad or whatever. I heard, what's his name, Bashar? The guy that brings out Bashar. If you know, you know. But he was saying that, when you get to a certain point, you started crying and all different kinds of stuff. It's because your reality, what you know, is shifting. And the crying is the purging of that old stuff that used to be in you, or your thoughts, or what have you. So I cry all the time. And I understand that people have boundaries. And I have to continuously get in my head that everybody's not going to be like me. Which is a good thing for me to learn. I have to learn more boundaries. Because when I expressed myself, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. And whereas I would have asked someone to expound on the dream or what have you, I didn't receive that. And at first I was like, okay. And me sitting by myself is letting me know, all of that is over. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. And you have to learn to be okay with that. So I didn't cry today. So I lied when I said I cry all day, every day. Sorry. I cry a lot of days. Mostly all day. It's not a shocker, but that is another one of those things where this is an adjustment that has to be made. You have to adjust that, adjust to that, and also learn from it. I have to learn how to take on that. You know, you with someone and someone expresses something to you. You give what you can give, but don't give them everything. I was used to giving people everything. So I'm not mad about the situation. It is an adjustment. It's a lesson. And I am grateful for that. So to you, high five to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did give to me. That is all I needed. Because I don't need anyone's validation. I don't need anyone's whatever. I give that to myself. And I'm also learning that people that I'm going to be meeting or even people from the past, when I was going through all my stuff, even now, what it's been 3-4 years, my spiritual team needed me to just trust in me and them, because they did not want me. Ultimately, I don't want anyone to say, oh, if it wasn't for me, blah, 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 whatever. So nobody can say that. Since 2022, 23, something, nobody can say, I helped Toya do this, or I helped Toya do that. Somebody gave me a place to stay, yes. Blah, say splee, blah, say blah. Yes. But other than that, bought me food, not having any money or what have you. Because when I tell you I don't have no money, I do not. It's not that I don't have any money. Let me correct that. My finances are being adjusted at this time. Um, but my credit union account had to be closed. So there's no way for me to put the money that I have into an account. I have to get a whole new account or what have you. So many people will look at me and be like, what the hell? How are you surviving? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? In this, I am learning so much. I'm learning how not to depend on certain things and certain people. I'm learning how much of a consumer I was. I'm learning that the things I thought I needed, I really don't need them. It's teaching me to not want stuff. And everyone knows I'm addicted to food. It's teaching me how to not eat the way that I used to. Now, I do have somewhere where I am now who every now and then will ask if I want something, and only because they were trying to be nice. I know they didn't really want to spend money on me. I understand, but I said anyway because I wanted it. But even at that, I have to learn. Just say no. You got stuff here already. Eat that. Is it what I want? Mm-mm. But will I starve? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only thing that one thing about me, fruits and vegetables, if I had that, I'm good. I don't, I'm not saying I don't eat meat. I do eat meat. And I'm trying to wean myself off of pork. Um, so instead of getting pork bacon, I would get beef bacon. You know, instead of going out to eat Chinese food, I'll make my own vegetable fried rice. Um, what things have I been making? I've been making summer rolls. You know, that's the one with the rice paper, the see-through. Usually it has like meat or it has shrimp or something in it, and mine just has nothing but vegetables in it. And I make a dipping sauce with peanut butter and some other stuff, and I just eat that. Eating lots of oatmeal. Mm. Um, and I am a person who, I'm a homebody. I can stay in the house. But if it wasn't for my grandpup, he's, he makes the funniest noises when he wants to go outside. First, he starts pacing. All you hear is the tip, 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 him tipping back and forth. He'll go from one side of the patio door around the table to the other side and hit the blinds. And then he'll sit there in the middle of the blind and turn his head and look at me. Then he'll come over to me, pace back over to the door, and then he'll yawn. he'll make noises like that. And I take a while because I just like to listen to him. I know that's not right, but I love to hear it. And then he'll start begging. So I just talk to him and tell him, give me a minute, whatever, because I still want to hear him make the noises. But if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't go outside unless I was going somewhere with my daughter or something. But I appreciate him. I do. I'm very grateful for my Louie. It's my pup. Yeah. Side eyeing me. Anyway. That's even made me look at animals different. They say once you start shifting that you change your perspective on not just people, but things, period, about the world, period. So, actually being outside and intentionally breathing air. When it was warm outside, I would take my shoes off and just go stand outside in the grass or actually go touch a tree. I didn't hug it. I have done that, but I would just go stand and put my hand on the tree and just try to exchange energy with the tree. And with animals, I try to understand them, you know, not look at them as I'm over them. You know what I mean? I do understand why people consider them as family. Because when I was younger and I had a dog, I had two dogs actually. The first one I had was a German Shepherd. I don't even remember what that dog's name. I was told it got hit. Who knows? And the second was a Labrador Retriever Husky. Um, I think I named her Ebony. She was young. She had like two sets of dogs, if you know what I mean. What do you call them? Litters? That I had gotten from a person I called Uncle Julius. So he was my stepfather's uncle. And he was an older country guy. And he would take me fishing, catfishing. And one day I got in the car and he had a little puppy in the truck rather. So I had her since she was a little puppy. Yeah. And my mother used to always say she gonna get fired trying to feed that dog because she worked at a hospital, right? My mom is passed on now, but anyway, she worked at a hospital and leftover food that they were told to throw away. My mama said she just could not do it. She would bring us stuff home and something she would bring home for the dog. So the dog didn't eat dog food. The dog ate our food. I didn't know that was a bad thing. She didn't know that was a bad thing. That was one thing. She didn't play that dog around in the house though. My dog had the nicest doghouse. Well, not the nicest, but at the time it was the nicest. Had hay, had blankets. I remember going to get hay for the doghouse. Um, it was cute. It had little windows. It was set up for the winter. Yeah. hmm But the dog was a dog that lived next door. I used to jump the fence and yeah. And she was so young. She killed a lot of them. She sat on them or something, smothered them. Anyway, my mama had to just get rid of her. She gave her to someone. I knew who it was. Um, I knew some of the people who took some of the puppies too. I got to see them before they leave or meet the people who took them. But yeah, but the perspective on animals is more of not having ownership, but I don't know what to say. It's like just being accountable for them, not like you over them. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Someone from another culture had a saying about that I thought was really interesting, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah, but I love my Louie. I'm still trying to get him to do some tricks, but you know he's not. He does what he wants. Yeah. Yeah, but that's spending time alone, listening to your own voice, your own spiritual team, just going within and not paying attention to what's happening out there. I am very grateful that my spiritual team hid a lot of things from me. They did. Yeah. A lot of things that my ex-husband was doing, his boyfriends and his girlfriends used to do. My spiritual team didn't let me see. Things frenemies did. Even when I tried to be nosy, because I love to research stuff. I love to dibble dab on the computer and find out stuff. Even when I tried to do that, they they blocked it. They wouldn't allow me to see anything. And I knew when I couldn't find it that they were blocking it because that was not for me to know. It probably could have destroyed me, but that was off mission. Even when people be like, "Well, I would have did this and I would have did that, and we would have been in telling the police and the blah blah blah." Yeah, if I had known all that stuff and actually had evidence, I probably would have done all of that. But I didn't have evidence. I knew what they told me. I knew what I saw in my third eye. You know what I'm saying? I know what I heard audibly from my spiritual team. But proof, no. So that's why I talk about things on here. But yeah, they kept me from a lot. My mission was not to do all of that. It would take me off my mission. My mission was to learn to love who I was, who I am, and work on me, heal. That is my mission. So that I can receive all the things I need to receive and do what I have to do for myself and whoever else I need to do it for. Just as the people who did certain things or tried to make me their victim, their mission was to do what they did. That was their contract. And that's why you can't take it personally. When they say let go, you have to let go. You can't take it personal. Because somewhere, in some space, in some realm, me and those people said, oh, we're going to go down here, and you're going to play this role, and you're going to play this role, and you play that role. So, for how many lifetimes we've been playing the same role with different faces, different jobs? Don't take it personal. This life is like a play. Yep. That's the way I see it. And if I come back again, I really don't want to. As much as I have to be on my mission and do what it is that I need to do to shift things in this reality, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go somewhere else and learn something else, you know? I've spent a lot of lifetimes here. A lot. A lot. I've seen quite a few. I know I was speaking to this gentleman before, and we were having that discussion about lifetimes. And he was like, you know a lot of things. And I was like, well, I spent a lot of lifetimes here. And he was like, I think you got a couple more. I was like, it's like, okay. I really don't want to, but yeah. I started things late. So I don't know how much I can do in this lifetime because I started so late. We'll see. We will see. I really don't want to come back here anymore. And I understand why some people who are chosen people or whatever you want to call them, they choose not to have children because having children gives you karma and keeps you coming back. Mm. If I do come back, I will say no children. The best partner don't necessarily even have to be a husband. The best partner for me. We click, we gel together seamlessly. traveling, doing whatever we want, whenever we want, not having to answer to anyone, just living our lives. Need to heal people, we do that. Have our boundaries up. And to be in that healer mode early, coming out the gate, knowing this is my mission. As a kid, doing what I gotta do. See, this lifetime, I did that. And it was stifled. I used to say things and people would say, shut up, or people would take me to this woman, this practitioner, or a man, well, I think it was two, to dumb that down. They put something over me at a very young age to keep me from realizing who I was at a young age so that I won't follow my mission. Well, they can't do it now. I've broken that. So now it's makeup time. So things are just going to come to me very quickly. I trust that. I know that. Come to me very, very quickly. All at once. That's another thing. People want to keep me ungrounded so that I won't be able to handle all of that. But I wouldn't have been chosen for the mission if I was not prepared for the mission. Which I don't understand how people can try to take someone else's mission. You know what I mean? People who have missions, certain missions, any mission, you know, you were created, you were, what you have to do was pound it into you, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, so that you can know what you're doing. It's in your DNA, RNA. It's in you. So if someone would try to get rid of you, you know what I mean, in this lifetime, those gifts, that healing ability, whatever you needed for this mission, will die with you. It won't go to somebody else. So whoever was telling people that, they knew the truth, but they knew that people was going to be dumb enough to try it anyway. So they said, go ahead. Idiots. That was judgmental. Annoying people. Also, people who do bad things to other people using magic. which I feel is nothing wrong with it. It's about the person who's using it and what they're using it for. If you are taking all of this magic and doing something to someone who you don't even know, who has done nothing to you or to anyone else, when they find out who they are, that innocent person, nothing is going to happen to them. Absolutely nothing. Because you're on mission. Your spiritual team is going to protect you to the highest protectiveness. I said it with confidence, so it is a word. People don't understand that. So if it doesn't hit the innocent person, where is it going? It has to have a target. It has to. And then most of these people have entity attachments to them. And entities jump. They can go from one person to the next. That's why people do things and just consistently do it over and over and over and over and over again, because that's that attachment to them, not them. Which is another reason why you can't take things so personal, because it's not always them doing that. Not an excuse, because some people know they wanted the attachment, they asked for the attachment so that they can get what they can get out of this life, you know. But that has to go somewhere. If it don't hit the person who sent it, then it's going to hit that person's family member or someone that they care about. And people don't understand it. They don't. Whatever. That's why, someone was upset because I said, I don't have to do all of that. I don't. If you do right by people, you don't have to do all of that. Your spiritual team will take care of you. But the thing is, people want things right now. They want it right now. And that's not how things work. The spiritual realm has no time. The only time is here, which really doesn't exist. We do that. So you gotta learn to have patience. And trust me, I'm learning some patience. I am learning patience. You learn a lot of things, not just patience, honey. Can't we all just get along? No, that's unrealistic right now. Well, let me not say that, because a lot of people have shifted timelines. So even with me sitting here on somebody else's couch, I have shifted a timeline that's totally different from who I'm staying with. Yeah, I get it. Who is that, Bubba? Is somebody at the door? Yeah, ain't nobody tell you to get up here. What you want? You want some rubs? Okay, Bubba. Love you. I love you, handsome. Mm-hmm. It's getting really dark. Well, I'm gonna go straighten up some things and close up some things and give my grandpup some more hugs and rubs. I will talk to y'all later. This is Toya with Blue Lighthouse Mantle. Love y'all.